Yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Good result last night in terms of just collecting 3 points, but we can't mask over the. I haven't looked yet, but the Gabriel injury. But this video is not about that. It's not about that, even though he is involved in this. Arsenal must, and Berta must get Gabriel, Saliba, and Saka signed up. And when I say signed up to new contracts, they have to get ruthless with him in summer. And people might say, oh, there's. I think Gabriel's got 2 years on his contract left, and Saliba. It doesn't matter. Man City over years have had players come into the last 2 years, and they've just bang straight away. Right, this is the new deal we're offering you, and within weeks it's been signed. I think I remember Kevin De Bruyne coming to his last 2 years, and they signed him up again. And we've got to start moving like this. This is how Arsenal need to start moving. We keep hearing that we're going to be competing and doing all this and wanting to win trophies and stuff, but on another side of the conversation, you have to get your players, what you've already got at your disposal, tied down. And I, when I think if they go by the summer and not one of them signed a new contract, then we are getting in deep water. And what I mean by that is because Gabriel Saliba, you're worth the each you're talking 100 million straight out, no matter what, and then Saka, you're probably talking 130. So let's just say there's 330 million pounds worth of players between Saliba, Gabriel, and Saka. Now, personally, I still think Saliba's worth about 120, but let's just say 100 million. Let's just, and Gabriel, I personally think again, 120. And Gabriel's been better than Saliba this season. But Saka, these players in that position will go more because they had goals, they're easy on the eye, there's trickery there, they come up with some magic in the last few minutes of the game, like it's today. He scores a goal. It's a good job he did score because Fulham obviously scored Muniz in the last few minutes. And yesterday my mind went blank with Fulham players. It really did. I was thinking Anderson, obviously, he were at Crystal Palace, he goes to Fulham. And then obviously a Wobie, my mistake, Arsenal fans, sorry I forgot that. Smith Rowe, Jimenez, used to obviously play for Wolves, bad injury. Never been the same since. He's had little spells, but he used to be a really good striker. And I think the injuries just, I think it's put a dent in his career because sometimes you look and think that there's a Jimenez of the Wolves, what we used to see, but then next minute there's nothing there for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and it's a shame. But not, I'm not on about that. It was just yesterday my mind went blank with the players for Fulham, and it bugged me. So going back to this, yeah, Andre Berta's. We all know we need a striker. That's the priority of the summer. But we have to get these. We have to get Gabriel Saliba and Saka signed because if they don't sign in the summer, that tells me that Arsenal's not being ruthless enough, as always, and moving fast with them, or they're stalling and they're looking and thinking, "Nah, I'm not signing my contract yet. I'm not signing my contract yet because Real Madrid will come in summer, or if they don't come in summer, they might come in the following summer." And then they might look at it and think, right, I'm gonna test Arsenal, and if we don't win anything next season, I'm gone. But the thing is, with that 100 million for Gabriel and Saliba will then probably be 70 million each. And for the 130 million, let's say for Saka, could be 90 million. So, do I want to sell them three in summer? No chance. Absolutely no way. That would just cripple Arsenal. Absolutely. But does one have to be sold in the summer? Would you sell one of either Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, or Gabriel Magalhaes in the summer if they are not willing to sign new deals. Because people can say, well, 2027, that's a long time away. Yeah, when you say we're just coming in, well, we're approaching halfway through 2025 and we're not even there yet. But in football terms, it isn't long. That 2 year becomes now the like deep water period where you hit the 2 year, the valuation starts to like just drop and the player starts getting power. So I would personally, if Arsenal are that serious, I would be making sure Gabriel, Saliba and Saka are signed up before the summer, because in the summer it'll be more focused on outgoings and ingoings and contracts. Yes, I know that's what they paid to do, but we don't see this from Arsenal. Now I'm hoping Andrea Berta brings different ideas to the table and gets ruthless and basically becomes a different leader at Arsenal, the man. Whereas that experience, he'll be like, right, Saliba, Gabriel, Saka, that is important. These get tied down. This is how a big club moves, people. Seriously, like Man City would not be having 3 of the best players with the contracts running down. Now I know there's De Bruyne, I think there's Edison, but they're about to leave. They've served the time. They've won multiple Premier League titles, FA Cups, like 7 years in a row to semi-final. I mean, wow. And they've done their time. They have done their time. So if De Bruyne just turns around and says, I want another year, Man City will probably offer that. But don't we start relating Man City to Arsenal when it comes to getting players tied down on new contracts, because there's no even comparison. Arsenal's like in the Vauxhall Conference, as it used to be called, non-league football when it comes to getting players tied down. They're a little bit better, I must admit, but they're nothing compared to Man City when it becomes signing the players down, getting the contracts sorted out, selling players, bringing players in. And this is where Arsenal need to change now. This is where Arsenal need to change. In the words of Gary Neville, what he used to say, and I'm just going to even put a rough guess on it, 6 years ago, Arsenal need to go now. And we need to sort this out, because as much as obviously I want Gabriel, Saliba and Saka at Arsenal, if they aren't signed in summer, you can kiss goodbye to that 100 million. That 100 million's just gone to 80 million for Gabriel and Saliba each. And then Saka, from 130, that'll probably be a straight 100. So already you're losing 20, 30 million straight away. Then it's January next year, you're talking probably 70 million for Gabriel and Saliba. So this is where Arsenal's in a tricky situation. I don't want to sell any of them, and I want them tied down and on new contracts. But are they stalling? Are they waiting? This is the thing. Personally, I will be doing everything right now to get Gabriel, Saliba and Saka signed up. And that is near enough what I'm going to finish my video on. Do everything now to get Saka, Saliba and Saka signed to new contracts before the end of the season. Just a quick one. That was, guys. Hope everybody has a good day. I'm out.